Hey, you got Trucker Tim here with Double T Sports, and this is a verse in two packs. And let me get the two packs out. Got a lot of cards I need to put on eBay. Boy, do I. Let's go with a pack of 1990 and a pack of 2023. Pray for all the people that are missing or hurt or died in that massive casualty this morning at 2 a.m. or so. And what we're going to talk about is love God by loving others. Okay, so what I mean by loving others today, I'm going to read this briefly and then look, the people that were on that bridge. The bridge, a ship hit a bridge this morning, the Bay Bridge. I've been across it in this truck or a truck many a times. Big, tall. I mean, it goes way up there. It gets windy. It can be a mess to get across. There's trucks that went off of it. It's a big drop, too. Anyway, it's all over the news. Love God by loving others. Okay, so God made us. We are made by the image of God. So if you're talking about, hey, yo, jerk, you redneck, red-blooded, purple-blooded, anyway, calling them names, you're talking about God. When you're calling somebody a name, I've done it. I've been racist. I'm not racist. I've been there. You can say, and I'm not trying to be this in this video, you say, oh, that colored person over there fixed my tar. Well, that's racist. You may not have meant that, but that's the way it is. Okay, we don't mean to do some of the things we do, but you need to love others because they're part of God, whether they're godly or not. You know, we're made by the image of God. God, we have royalty running through our blood. If you're saved and you're part of God, you've got royalty running through your blood. So why talk about others? You're talking about yourself. That's your brother, sister, mother, father. You're talking about them. You're talking about you. Because God made you. You're made by the image of Him. He made us, and we're supposed to act like Him. We're supposed to act as a Christian, as good people, and not only love people in church, but love people outside of church, whether they're Christians or not. Whether they killed that kid, whether they killed your brother, your sister, you still gotta love them. Don't mean you don't want to wrap your hand around them and choke them, and maybe get your gun out, or get your, support your Fifth Amendment or your Second Amendment, whatever. Don't mean you don't want to do that, but it's not cool, man. Okay? Well, let's read this. Lord, thank you for all that you do for me. I pray, Lord, that we get this point across. I pray that people will listen to this. I pray that people listen to my videos because I only do it twice a week. I pray, Lord, for your blessings, your saving me. Forgive me for my sins. All right, look. Matthew 25, 31 through 40, be in the description. Truly, I tell you, whatever you did for one of the least of these brothers and sisters of mine, you did for me. When you do something for them, you do for me too. We're all family. We all bleed the same color of blood. May not look the same, but inside we all got the soul God gave us. And if you don't treat that soul with love and kindness, loving God by loving others. The Alba family experienced the rare occurrence of birthing two sets of identical twins, just 13 months apart. How did they juggle their parental responsibilities as well as their jobs? Their community of friends and family stepped in. Grandparents on both sides took a set of twins during the day so the parents could work and pay for health insurance. I imagine. One company gave a year's supply of diapers. The couple's co-workers donated their personal sick days. We couldn't have done it without our community, they agreed. In fact, during a live interview, the co-host removed her mic and ran after one renegade toddler, continuing the communal investment. In Matthew 25:31 through 46, Jesus tells us a parable to make the point that when we serve others, we serve God. After listing acts of service, including providing food to the hungry, drink to the thirsty, lodging for the homeless, clothes for the naked, and healing for the sick, Jesus concludes, truly I tell you, whatever you did for one of the least of these brothers and sisters of mine, you did for me. Imaging. Jesus says the ultimate recipient of our kindness is true motivation to serve in our neighborhoods, families, churches, and world. When he prompts us to sacrificially invest in the needs of others, we serve him. When we love others, we love God. How might you serve Jesus in your community today? How can you love God by loving others in your path? Loving God, open my eyes to the needs of others around me so I can help meet them and love you better. I'm out here in the truck stops. We got this. I'll put it in the description. I don't know if y'all see it straight up, but there it is. I'm out here and I stop in truck stops like I did today. And I try to be nice to people. I try to be loving to people, man. Some people just don't get it. Not about church, God. Some people just don't get certain things. Last night I watched this elder guy 5 times try to back his truck in. I helped another guy on down there where I was going to take my paperwork in. I helped him back in. It was tight. It was hard. Yeah, I did it, but it took me 4 or 5 times jumping out of the truck, looking, making sure I didn't hit nothing. And I watched this guy 3 or 4 trucks down trying to back that truck in. He couldn't do it. 2 other guys jumped out. That's why I didn't. I gave him the chance to do it on his own. Because we got to learn. And by learning, you have to get experience. So they jumped out and I was going to help. And they didn't do what I had planned I was going to do, but they still worked. That one guy said finally, hey, you want me to back it in for you? Well, that don't actually help that driver. You doing it for him, that don't actually help that driver, but yes, that's loving your brother. You did it for him to help him get in there. Maybe he was tired, couldn't hardly see, done drove all day, and maybe not feeling good. Who knows? But doing it for him. And I heard the guy on the CB later brag about it, which he shouldn't have. Anyway, I'm not perfect. I make mistakes like that and have. Anyway, so 2 of them got out, helped him. I watched to make sure they didn't hit no other trucks. They were back. It was tight. In front of him, he couldn't hardly do this. He was right up against some other trailers, and I said, you need to get out some, so when you turn, your front end's not gonna hit them trailers. Is what I was gonna tell him. He jumped in there in his truck and got it done. Later on, he complained about it. But when you help others, don't complain about it, because if you do, don't do it at all. If you're gonna complain about helping others, don't do it. How is that helping you complaining about something good that you've done? How can you brag on something that you've done good? Look, if you're going to do it, ask God, hey, God, should I help this person? Ask God. Straight up. Lord, hey, in your mind, you ain't got to speak out loud. I'm trying to help y'all. If you don't know, Lord, should I help this person? And whatever your strongest feeling is, do it. If you help this person, don't go up there and get on the CB or get on the community channel or in church the next Sunday. Oh, I helped this guy. He couldn't get it in. You're talking bad about him. He couldn't get in, get the truck parked in, so you're bragging and you're talking bad about him. Hey, I've done it. Talking bad about me. Now I'm sitting here talking about me. Now, not y'all. Okay, this video's about me. Now, if y'all want to apply it to y'all, fine. But helping others, you ask God about it. They're a fallible child of God. You couldn't make it in. Maybe you take somebody fishing. Okay, for an example. They don't know how to fish. You bait the hook for them because they don't want to touch worms. A lot of women don't. A lot of women do. They don't. A lot of women don't. They don't touch the worms. You do it for them. Throw the reel out for them. You half catch the fish for them. Then you get on Facebook. Look what my wife caught. Then you get on there later after she's not around. Look, I caught it for her, Said she caught. Why? Get out of the way, idiot. I didn't do that fishing. If I help my wife or my grandson or something, I don't brag about it. Because that's doing something good for God. And when it comes back on you, you don't want it to be bad. You want it to be good. You want a blessing out of it. That guy helped that guy back that truck in last night, or he did it for him. I looked at it as, wow, I got a blessing out of it. 2 guys out there helping him. I already done it. I helped somebody else. I wouldn't mind helping him. I was giving him a chance to do it on his own. And then he couldn't do it. I was finna jump out. 2 other guys did it. Then the guy got on there and bragged. That just tore me up. I ain't gonna brag. I will say, look, hey, I told the guy that I did help. Get your trailer to the corner there, slide your tandems all the way back, which that means your trailer goes forward. Your mate makes you a little longer, and you can line it up, twist it in there easier. One woman said, well, I pull mine all the way forward, and I can get, okay, cool. You help that guy out, I help this guy out. We're helping God's children out. But if you go bragging about it, talking bad about the person, that's not helping. That's helping him look bad, making you look bad. Making you look bad. So, if you're going to do something nice for somebody, do it. And have a good conscious faith about it and get a blessing out of it. Don't talk bad about it. Oh, they couldn't back it in. They couldn't do this. Blah, blah, blah. They couldn't. What is that? What kind of help is that? Not for me. Sorry, y'all only have a few minutes break here. And I got to get going. But I love doing these videos. It helps me. And if it helps y'all, I'm glad. And I only get an ice cream cone. I only buy them. Most of these ice cream cones are messed up. Ah, it's in heat mode. Okay. I'll come back by another day. Hopefully you get it fixed. James Outman. Jake Burger. He likes a burger. Good old hamburger. Look, man, I'm talking to y'all about what I'm saying. It's about me, man. And I may do it right here in front of you. Who knows? I try not to. I try to be godly and help God's children, because when you're helping God's children, you're helping God. That's what that's about. You're helping God. Don't fall between the beds now. Randy Rosarena. And you know how you're helping God? Makes God look good. It makes him say, well, I taught my young son there well. He's helping others. He's loving the children I love. And he's not bragging about it. He's not saying he's trying to help the next person on down the line. That's what he's doing. Instead of going around the corner, I helped him. I helped that old truck driver get it in the hole there. That automatic about wore me out. Bro, what you complaining about? You did something for somebody. Tell other people, say, hey, there'll be more people like, hey, there'll be more people like me to help other people out here in truck driving industries going all the hell in a handbasket. Yeah. Hey, this is not church. Yes, hell. There'll be more truckers help other truckers out here, because it's going downhill, man. Believe me, out of 20-something years I've been doing this. Sticks G! Detroit Tigers. Here we go, Lance Parrish. Tom Henke. Stan Xavier. Speaking of this, Adrian. League of Her Own. Y'all check her channel out. Check Sticks G out. Sticks G. That's exactly how it is. Dickathon. Dickathon. Hey, bro. Dickathon. That ain't right. That ain't right. Well, football, they're changing the kicking up now. They banned the hip tackle. How you going to tackle them now? Grab them by the shoestring? That's only... I mean, come on, man. Rance Molnix. Doug Drabeck. Here's a bearded guy. You didn't see many back in the day like that. Old bearded guy. Jeff Reardon. So back in the day, think about it. You didn't see many beards like that. You really don't. Here's the checklist. Now that's cool. Checklist. Raphael Bellard. Hope I said his name right. Brian Holman. Tom Brunansky. Lee Smith. He's with the Red Sox. Don Pale. Or Paul Pale. Jeff Reed is a catcher. Jeff Reed. That's a owner. His name is not this guy, but there's an owner of Skyline Transportation trucking company. Skyline Transportation out of Knoxville, Tennessee. His name's Jeff Reed. That's not him, but it could be kin to him because this guy's at home is Elizabethton, Tennessee. Born in Joliet, Illinois. Could be. Never know. Look how tall he is. Boy, scoundrel's tall. What is 6'2", 190 pounds. He's tall. Wallace Johnson. Not a good player. Out of Gary, Indiana. All right, y'all. Look, help others. Not just to make the world better, but that's part of it, but because everybody is part of God's children. We're all God's children. We all need help sometime or another. But when you help me, you're helping God. Okay? When you help me with something, you're helping God. And I hope you get that point. Love God by loving others. This is Trucker Tim with Double T Sports. I hope y'all enjoyed that. Leave a comment in the comment section. Share it out. Share it out like they say on TikTok. Tap it and share. Tap it and share. Double tap share. Double tap share. All right, I got to get going. Whoop, whoop. God loves you, so do I. Peace.